Hello and welcome to Catfish Trash Talk. This is episode 49. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, Noelle Winters Herzog.
Hi, hello.
Hi, Noelle. Do you know that we have other podcasts besides Catfish Trash Talk?
What are they, Tracey?
Well, I'd love to tell you about them. 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk and Teen Mom Trash Talk, which are two of my favorite podcasts, are available everywhere you listen to podcasts.
I love podcasting with you.
We also have some bonus episodes over at patreon.com/trash talk podcast, where you can get unexpected trash talk, 90 Day Fiance self-quarantine trash talk, 90 Day Fiance the single life trash talk, and our favorite BS, where we just,
We BS.
there are over 5 billion episodes over there on Patreon. So go check it out right now. Patreon.com/trash talk podcast. We're here to talk about Catfish, the television show. Season 2, episode 10, Artis and Jess. And I have something to tell you about this.
What?
Okay. So this is the deal. Catfish, the season 2, the episodes, sometimes it says this is episode 9. Sometimes like the episodes don't really match up. And I noticed that we went from episode, what was it? Last week was episode 9. And then the week before that was episode 7. So I looked into it and I'm like, what's happening here? What is going on? So I looked. And what happened was they took out one of the episodes from season 2. And depending on what service you're watching this on, it depends on which number they pretended that one was.
I wonder what episode they took out. I read on Reddit that there were some taken off.
The episode that was taken off, both of the people died.
Oh, they took that episode off. The guy had a pulmonary embolism?
Yes. And then she died right after him.
Okay. Isn't that so?
It was
not the coming attraction for next week. Is that the coming attraction I saw for next week? Because when I watched it, I was like, aren't those the people that died?
No, that was the girl. Was it?
The girl who was photoshopping herself thinner.
Is that her?
But then she meets the guy who's heavier and she doesn't like him.
Right.
Because of his size, but they both wind up dying.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's them.
Yeah, but it's not there because I'm watching this on Hulu.
I think they just didn't take off the coming attraction. Me too. I'm watching it on Hulu.
Okay, yeah. So that is why there's a skip in episodes because they like jumbled up the numbers.
Interesting. Because I had heard they had taken like a couple of episodes out, like that, like that other one we covered in season 1, where that episode never aired on TV.
Right. It says, so this is an article from mamamia.com. But now 6 years after their time on Catfish, Mike and Ashley are both dead. Jesus Christ. Just a month after their Catfish episode aired, 26-year-old Mike unexpectedly died from a pulmonary embolism. Following his sudden death, Ashley told MTV that Mike was the most honest, loyal person I ever met in my life, but I didn't like him because, never mind. No, she didn't say that. I lied. Right. And Ashley, what happened?
She overdosed. Yeah.
Okay. So there you go.
Oh, that's very interesting. Okay. Because I did not have any idea because I think in season, I don't know, 4 or 5, they took out 1, 2, but I don't remember. I just happened to read it one day, but good to know what episode it is.
So apparently they took out the episode of the girl that accused Neve of sexual assault.
Okay. Right. Okay. I remember this.
I don't remember who that was. But if you guys want to talk about this show, meaning our podcast, or the show that we cover, Catfish, go to Catfish Trash Talk on Facebook. And that is our Facebook group. We talk about everything. We have a great time in there. Make sure you go over there. All right. So season 2. Join us, please. Season 2, episode 10, Artis and Jess.
I knew this episode because I remember Artis.
Yes.
But then I'm like, Tracey, what episode is this? And then you told me, and it's like, oh, that episode.
All right. So this is his email said a cry for help. And it's like,
okay.
All right. So Artis is from Woodstock, Illinois. He works in a warehouse. And 4 to 5 months ago, he met Jess from Marengo, Illinois, which is 30 minutes away. And
I like that Neve goes Marengo.
He is in love. And he loves her so much. She is a babysitter. Now, I like that she's not a nanny. She's a babysitter.
She's a babysitter.
He has 3 kids and they are both in a relationship and living with their significant others, but they're unhappy in their relationships. And this is their secret escape.
Okay. Right. That sounds good.
He's been with his girlfriend for 3 years and they have 2 children.
No, they have three
Oh, they
children.
have 3 children. Oh my God. They've been
Yeah, I
together.
know. A kid a year.
Wow.
I wonder how many kids they have now.
But he loves Jess. And
let me guess what happens.
her boyfriend is very controlling and she wants to leave him. And he also doesn't want Neve and Max to come to his house because he's cheating on his baby mama.
Asshole.
Now, they want him to tell his girlfriend. So what did Neve do to his foot? Because I don't want to look at it.
Okay. It looks like there's an egg inside of it.
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
But he didn't explain it. It was kind
He
of like,
wouldn't
I
explain it.
lift my foot up. I put it down. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
I lifted it up. I put it down.
Yeah, it
don't know what
wasn't
happened.
good
I was
to
so
look at.
no. So they're meeting him at the diner, and Neve is on crutches, and he says the famous lines of every man that's cheating on their partner.
What?
We sleep in separate rooms. We never
Yeah.
have sex.
We haven't had sex in like a year. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
You
Well, you
haven't
have
had
3
sex.
children.
You have all you do is have sex.
Seriously, you have 3 kids in 3 years.
You had sex. You had sex.
You had sex.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You had sex
She's
9
pregnant
months
now.
ago.
Right.
All right. So he has only seen one picture of her.
Okay. This picture, the first thing that pops out though, those eyebrows.
Those eyebrows are the craziest thing I've ever seen. She has in like really bad clip-in extensions.
Yeah.
What is this? This is like a bad like pinup shoot gone wrong.
And it's just a white background. So it's like,
so
do you
it's
think
like
this is like a natural, regular picture of
right.
her?
Yes, he does because they sexed.
Oh,
So they tell him, listen, you need to tell your girlfriend. So they look up this girl. She works at
Right.
Hooters and she went to the school of hard knocks.
Which is surprising. Usually it's only guys that go there.
I know. And I thought it was an all male college.
I was just going to say, I thought it was an all boys school. It's so funny.
But it turns out it's all boys and Jess. All right. So in her about section, it says, I'm single now. And then she puts a status up that says, quote, does anyone want to hang or bang?
Come on. And people fall for it. Men are very stupid.
Well, Kevin fell for it. He said, okay, so here's the thing. Men are so stupid that they think like Kevin wrote, like, I feel like this is fake because he wanted to be proven wrong.
Yeah, of course.
If you feel like it's fake, you don't write, I think this is fake. You just keep it moving, Kevin.
You don't say anything, Kevin.
He's like, call me to prove it's not fake. Anyway.
Right. Send me pictures.
So they contact this guy, Kevin, and he said that she's throwing herself at his friends and no one knows her. And they all come from this small town, so they should know her.
Okay.
So they do a picture search and right away, porn sites come up.
Okay. But like the thing is, they look at her pictures.
Yeah.
She is covered in bruises. It like flipped me out.
Really? I didn't even notice.
Like she had a bruise on the inside of her arm, her thighs, her legs.
No.
Like
maybe she's
okay.
Maybe she's a dancer and she gets pole bruises because they get a
is
lot
that
of pole.
what it is?
Yeah, they get a lot of pole bruises.
I don't know. I get scared when I see things like this. It's like, is this person trafficked?
I know.
And they're just using their pictures, you know?
All right. Well, I hope Jess is okay.
Well, I hope she's not.
So he talked to his girlfriend and they meet up with him and he said that they're going to break up when they can afford it. Okay. So
He
here's
didn't
the
even
thing.
talk to her about it.
He definitely didn't talk to her about it because I'm going to tell you why. She would have been on the show.
Right. So this is what I'm thinking. I'm watching this and I'm like, they're just taking his like word of mouth on this.
He's like, but we could still meet at the diner.
Right. You still can't
just
come
because it's
over.
like delicious. The French fries are so hot.
Disco fries. Yum.
And they're going to break up when they can afford it. Another classic line. I can't leave my wife because we share the bills. We have the, it's like, shut up. All right. So they call her and she doesn't pick up and there's no voicemail set up, but we
also
he's never spoke to her on the phone.
Also, they never tell us how old he is, right?
They do not.
Okay. I just wanted to double check.
No.
Okay.
They never spoke to her on the phone. He never spoke to her on the phone either. So why would she pick up now?
Well, okay, that's the thing. And it's like,
also,
her voicemail's not set up.
You love someone so much. You've never spoken to them on the phone. Also, he's just like, no, she has a really controlling boyfriend.
But you've also seen one picture of her.
Why are you texting with her so much if her boyfriend's so controlling?
Right. What if he kills her?
Oh, God. All right. So they DM her on Facebook and she asked if it's really Neve and Max. So they send a picture. Right. Then she's like, well, how well do you know Artis?
Max gets mad.
Max is like, oh, okay, well, who's catfishing who? Relax.
Right.
So she said that she can't call because she's in a controlling relationship. Um,
And you wouldn't understand. It's a fear you can't get. It's like,
Right.
what?
So they
Okay.
tell her that he left his ex.
Right.
And no. I'm sorry. They tell her he left, quote, the woman he lives with.
Yes.
His
Mhm.
mom? What?
Mhm. Yep. He left his aunt. Right. Uh-huh.
He left his roommate.
Uh-huh. Right. Like what?
So she said that she needs a day to think, but don't worry, because that's not no.
No, of course.
All right. So he's like, meet me at Emerson Park in Woodstock at 2
Meet
p.m.
me at our spot.
Ooh, it's a TikTok song. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. And everybody does the dance like they're doing like the needle. That's Willow Smith, I think.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now they're sitting in Catfish Park, and the famous last words of Neve and Max, here's a car. It looks like it's coming this way.
Always. It's always coming that way.
It's always coming this way. All right. So whatever. That's
also,
not
I would
it.
have liked a little more build up to this.
A
There wasn't
lot
much
more build up.
Yeah.
A lot more build up. Okay.
Mhm.
So now an actual car comes pulling up.
Right.
There's different colored panels on it.
Yes. That's how you know there's mentally ill.
No, the way he pulls into the spot, I'm like,
Yeah.
this guy is off.
Yeah, of course.
So he's an actual crazy person. He comes out, slow claps, and gets in Artis's face. And Neve like puts his hand out,
right.
and he says to Artis, "I'm gonna be the one wearing the pants." And then he goes, "You could still be my chocolate kiss, though. Remember that."
Neve is just like, back up. You need to back up. It's like, Neve, you have 1 foot.
I know,
What are you
but
doing?
Neve is having a hard time this whole thing, trying not to laugh.
Yes.
He was really
Mhm.
struggling with that. What is wrong with this man?
This is a problem.
This is a big problem. Like, we've seen a lot of crazy catfishes. Catfish.
Cat fi.
Catfi.
I feel like in my mind,
Yeah.
he seems like for real crazy.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, this isn't good. This is very, very bad. All right. So Artis is like, oh yeah, no. And he gets back in the car.
He's like freaked out.
I know. So then this guy makes a very weird speech. And then he says, quote, he thinks he's talking to some broad. So now Neve
But I
is
love
like,
that Neve is like, so you're gay.
Neve goes, I'm going to take a stab at this.
Uh-huh.
You ready? He goes, so you're gay? Obviously.
Yeah.
He goes, what?
He goes,
Not obvious.
well, obviously I'm not gay. It's like, what? Really? Obviously. you're not?
Obviously.
Uh-huh.
So Neve goes to check on Artis and leaves Justin with Max. And Max is like, oh, no, thank you.
Right. I don't blame him.
That was
like,
so
get
funny.
away from me.
Well, he said that he did this for his girlfriend and she supports him. They were like, what does your girlfriend say? And he's like, she says, that's my man.
But what does all of this mean?
It means nothing. So she's
Mhm.
very proud of him, the girlfriend. And he said that he didn't talk to men online unless they had girlfriends because he hates cheaters. And all the other guys, like Artis was the one that he was most serious about, but he
Right.
ghosted the other guys. Like, and then he explains to us what ghosting is. He's like, you tell them to go somewhere and then you don't show up.
And then that's it. Mm-hmm.
So they're like, you know, that he broke up with the woman he lives
Right.
with. You know, he broke up with his aunt for this.
With his aunt for this. Right.
And he's like, all right, well, do you guys want to change the subject? Because I don't want to talk about this anymore. He's like, how about them Yankees?
He's like not at all interested in speaking to artists.
He's
like,
not
at all.
He's not
Mhm.
here though with
Right.
us on Earth. So
Right.
they want to get through to him. So they're going to go to his house, which is a bad idea.
Okay, but why on earth would they do this?
This
I'd
is
be
like,
so scared.
I don't ever want anything bad to happen to them. But if something bad happened to them, I kind of would be like, yeah, guys. Yeah.
Agreed. Yes, agreed.
All right. So now they meet his dog that's outside the house. It's like a senior pit bull. So cute. They're like, oh, is that your
Yeah.
dog? And he goes, it's not my dog. And they go, whose dog is it? And he goes, it doesn't matter whose dog it is.
But why is he like this?
He's so weird. He's acting very unwell. And then
Yes.
he's talking crazy. And then he goes, all right, well, why don't we take 5? I need a drink. He's like
He gets a
directing.
Corona.
He gets a Corona and he's like sucking it down.
Mm-hmm.
And he said this was an experiment at the expense of him. And they're like, what? And he's like, yes, my time. All right. So he said that he was homeless because his dad died abruptly and he found him dead. That's how he knew he was dead.
That's upsetting.
Okay, but what?
I don't know. Who knows?
Well, come on. What do you mean you found him dead? What do you mean?
Maybe he like took his own life or something.
Okay, but like, what? I don't know.
No, I know. I get it. But it's like, clearly there's something wrong here.
So now he lives for his girlfriend.
Yeah, that would make me feel great. But yet they blur her face out.
Yeah. She's like, I help. She was saying help in all the pictures. She was mouthing help. So they tell him to like himself and move forward. And he's like, goodbye forever.
This guy is a wackadoodle.
I know. So now they meet with Artis and his cousin.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, I want to be a better man. I want to be a better father. And now everything's fixed in his relationship because he has better communication. Okay, great. So now 1 month later, Justin has no change.
Right.
He said that Artis is a fart in the wind. He does not care. And he hangs up.
A fart in the wind.
I got to tell you, Justin is acting like me post breakup.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Like, I don't care if I never speak to him again. Goodbye forever. That's not my dog.
Oh, God. Right. That's not my dog. It's like, wait, what? Yeah.
And then the update on Artis is they're back together, aka they never broke up and now they do sex. So this is basically what happened. Artis was like, I'm going to be on this show. I'm going to meet this girl. If you don't have sex with me, I'm going to leave you for her.
See, I feel like this is like, oh, I can't remember the guy's name. It was this guy in Raffinay.
Yes.
Remember, like he had the girlfriend.
She was like held hostage in the house.
I feel like that's what this was kind of like, oh, you know what? I didn't even choose her.
Right. I chose you.
And now they're together.
And now they're back together, aka they never broke up and they do sex, aka they always did sex. And they have 12 more kids. And he's just a better
kids they probably have now.
Isn't it funny how, because Jess wasn't real, now he wants to be a better father?
Right. Now he wants to be a better father. Before he was the best father, though. Mm-hmm. Everybody loved kids. She was a babysitter. How could you be better?
He loves them. His kids are his world.
What? Oh God, this was such a weird episode.
Where
they don't make them
like
now? This anymore.
No, they definitely don't.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
Number one, they're nowhere to be found right now. But I have read extensively about this. I've read some conflicting things. Okay. I've read that this was all faked and that they were friends and they faked this together. So that's the general consensus. But then I've read that just Justin was faking, but Artis wasn't in on it, but they became best friends afterwards. And now they're best friends. So yeah, I know. So
come on, Noelle. They didn't become best friends.
That's what they say. So
well, if they did, then it was fake.
So there was a video, right? So there's a video up, but you can't really hear the sound. But someone broke down the summary of it. It's them. They made a video together. Justin blames his personal problems on Neve's quality of character. Their episode was fake, but they don't really explain why. Neve texted Justin after the artist after they put out a teaser video last week offering him $300 to make a promo for season 3, which Justin calls hush money. Artis doesn't want to get involved with talking shit about Neve. Neve told Artis he would get a lot of tail after the episode aired. Neve has cheated on his girlfriend.
Wait,
they
what?
Call out. Yeah, I don't. These are
what
just
are you reading?
A summary of the video that they posted together. But you can't hear anything in the video, so someone just made a summary of it. So it's like Neve cheated on his girlfriend 5 minutes and 15 seconds in.
Right. The timestamps. Okay.
They call out the casting process. Nothing we didn't already know. They are super bitter. They didn't get a job from MTV after the show.
What job?
They wanted a job, apparently.
All right.
Justin texted Neve asking for a job last week. And Neve replied, "Would you expect me to fly you out to LA to be my pool boy?" I don't know what this is about.
That's funny.
Artis has nothing against Neve. Justin knows what a fucking yoga room is. It's where women go to decompress. It's like Cheers for them. And so he dislikes that Neve does yoga and then posts about it on Twitter.
What? This is great.
Justin has always wanted to be on TV. Justin texted Neve to tell him that Artis and him were friends all along and just wanted to be on TV, and they expected more from MTV after delivering the drama. Neve responded, "Stand by." Someone calls Justin, and now Justin is pissed because Neve won't call him back, but instead some queer named Dave. That's what this says. I'm just reading this. MTV wanted to make sure Artis and Justin weren't going to badmouth the show because of the bad press and the death threats that were being sent to Justin's girlfriend.
Oh my God.
Naturally, Justin calls Neve again because Catfish is Neve's show. While filming the episode, Neve commented that he thought the ratings would be high. The last thing I want to be remembered for is this bullshit. Justin wants to thank his fans, and Justin makes $11 an hour, like us to all eat a dick.
Mic drop.
It's like, what the hell? It was just like something was transpiring. So it's like, I know it was him and it was Artis, but I don't know if they were friends beforehand or not. But apparently afterwards, they wanted to get a show on MTV. I don't really know more than that.
Something's fake.
I can't find them anywhere on social media. I have looked high and low, and I think Artis is probably very doesn't want to be associated maybe with Justin. Then I read somewhere else just that Justin had a different video up. His name is Justin VOEL -PEL. That's his name. In the video, Justin claims to be suicidal, schizophrenic, formerly anorexic and bulimic, showing aggressive behavior, and says he's working on a book about his life and experiences. So I don't know.
Honestly, I think we know 12 Justins.
Yes.
Oh my God. Wow.
But when I was reading that transcribed video, because like you just can't hear it, I was like, this is wild.
I would have loved to hear, "I make $11 an hour. Eat a dick.
Eat a dick."
Oh man. We need to get the audio of this somehow.
Whose dog was that? Someone find out.
It was his dog. It was his dog.
It's like, who's your girlfriend? Where is she? Artist, are you still with your woman? Do you have 10 kids? So what happened? I want to know.
What's going on? Something's going on. This is basically one of the most confusing episodes of Catfish in the history of Catfish. All right.
Because even the updates are all conflicting.
Don't you think that a show of this size of production, maybe they could just like get it together?
You would think.
You would think.
You would think they wouldn't get fooled either.
Yeah, they're not good.
Yeah, it's so weird.
All right. Well, good luck with that, guys. Make sure you follow us, Catfish Trash Talk, on Instagram. You can follow Noelle at Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm at Trixie Tuzini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and TraceyCarnazzo.com for all of our merch, all of my upcoming show dates. The Patreon is patreon.com/Trash Talk Podcast. All of our other podcasts, everything is on TraceyCarnazzo.com. So go over there.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.